Well, I'm on my way into Palmer Pond, just a few miles from home. This is a dry run with some new equipment, new pack, a new tent which was just delivered today. Everything should work out all right. If not, it's a short ride home. Palmer Pond is a bit of a wilderness area, just a square mile or no less. That's not far from our house. There's almost always beavers in here and some loons. I think I see a loon. The weight is good, about 30 pounds, but I seem to have a volume problem. I've got things hanging out all over the pack and it hasn't got all the stuff in there that I'll normally need. Although need is a relative thing. I have a few luxury items that I could probably do without. Beavers aren't always really smart. Obviously, this was not a wise tree to go after. The walking is pretty easy here. It won't be easy later. I'm referring to the mountains, of course, which is mostly roots or mud or rocks. Lots of ups and downs. Well, that's the main campsite down there, but it's kind of windy, so I think I'll put the tent up here a ways. Maybe it'll be a little less windy during the night. Let me give you a tour of this new setup here. A day pack is a good thing if you have to camp and then go up a peak or two and then come back. You don't have to carry the whole thing. You do have to carry stuff, safety stuff at least. This is a big luxury item. This is one of those stadium chairs. I really appreciate something comfortable to sit on because you do end up sitting around a lot. And here's a closed cell pad. They take up a lot of room, but they only fit on the outside, and they catch on branches and trees and things. I have a different item on order, an inflatable device that would go inside if only I had enough room, and I'm not sure I do. Of course, all packs today have these hydration systems. That's only 30 pounds. And that was my target weight, but as I said, I have a volume problem. You can carry extra stuff in your day pack, things that would go on the outside anyway. Crocs, you need those for lounging around camp and also for stream crossings. Many more stream crossings than there used to be. Hurricane Irene took out a lot of bridges. Now there's an item that's controversial, and it certainly contributes to a packing problem. This is a bear canister. And you're required to have them in the High Peaks area. Required. They are handy though. They keep, I don't really care about bears that much. Well, I care a little bit, but there are a lot of other varmints that go after your food, and this really does protect. What else we got here? Windbreaker. Here's my warm shirt I'm going to have to put on soon. Now that's my sleeping bag. It's not very big. A down vest. Here's a big heavy pair of fleece pants. Now that's a light sleeping bag, and with those heavy pants and also with this fleece liner, which I just got sent to me today from Cantmore, I think that'll be warm, maybe too warm. And there's the new lightweight solo tent. Never been out of the bag. There's a hydration thing in here. I don't really know if I need that. Well, there it is. The tent is up. Here are the directions. You should be able to see that I did not have to consult. It's pretty simple. It's pretty small in there. Has a handy vent. You put 2 stakes in at either end to get going, and then eventually you need a stake on the left and right. Well, it's nap time. But here's a tour of the tent. Well, it was a long night. I kept pretty warm, but the air was cold. It's about 33, I would guess. After I got out of the tent, I heard the slap of a beaver tail. And once you hear that, it's very unlikely you'll see any beavers. But I walked down to the campfire area, and there was a beaver swimming by, and he actually turned towards me to check me out. Also a pair of loons swimming off in the distance. And they made a few calls early in the morning. A few ducks flew by. It's quiet enough so you can hear the wind in their wings. I'm at a campsite on the other side of the pond. The beaver's been by again, and he slapped his tail at me twice. I managed to pack the pack a little more elegantly this morning. Now Crocs have become an important element of backpacking, it seems. Everyone uses them for stream crossings and for lounging around camp. Packs might as well have Croc holders, I think.